Hey guys, it's Wolverine here, back again with another little video today. And today, I am here with Goob, Texas A&M fan. We are going to be ranking SEC atmospheres. As you know, the SEC has some of the best atmospheres in all of college football. It's absolutely insane. They have the rowdiest, some might say most passionate and most obnoxious fan bases out of anybody in the country. But you know what? That just shows how different football means to us than all these other conferences, like the Pac-12, dead conference, ACC, Big 12, or Big 10. Even though this past season the Big 10 was the best conference in football, but the SEC is still a more passionate and more faithful conference to football than the Big 10. But yeah, so Goob, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Always love it when I'm able to come online and record videos with whoever. Um, I am excited to rank these stadiums. And just to preface this, my rankings come from if I'm at a stadium at night, where would I want to be the least? That's where I'm predicating all this on. That is my criteria.
Right. But yeah, that's a pretty fair criteria. I'm just rating these based on how the fans, show up every game and how cool their traditions are they do in the stands, how loud they can be, all that stuff. Uh, but yeah, make before we start this up, make sure you guys like and comment. And make sure you also subscribe. We're trying to hit 200 subscribers today. And make sure you also hit the notification bell so you can know when I upload in the future. Like, it's so easy to subscribe. It's literally free. Anybody could do it. Uh, but yeah, just subscribe, man. We're just trying to hit 200 subs today. And I guess let's go ahead and get into this. Uh, Also, for further clarification, me and Goob have agreed to not rank our personal teams because of personal bias. You guys don't think that we are biased towards our own teams. Like, I would rank Tennessee number one if I was given the chance, because I think we have a really passionate fan base. Our traditions are, at least I think they're cool. I don't know what anybody else thinks our traditions are like. They probably hate them. Uh, but our fans show out every game. I really like our passionate fan base. I would rank us number one, but I can't do that because everybody would think that I'm biased. Biased sweet are. So yeah, I'm not ranking Tennessee number one, and he's not allowed to rank Texas A&M. So yeah, how we're gonna be doing this? Let me go. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the thing I made in Photoshop, and all right. So we're gonna go in snake order. I'm gonna reveal my 15, and then you're gonna reveal your 15, and then you're gonna reveal your 14, and then I'm gonna reveal my 14, so on and so forth.
So on. Mm-hmm.
All right. Starting off with number 15 for me, I feel like this is pretty much obvious. Vanderbilt. Their stadium gets taken over every single time by the opposing team. I will say though, especially since Vanderbilt just had a pretty good season in their standards. Well, that's going 7-6 and winning a bowl game. That'd be a bad season for most of these SEC teams.
Mm-hmm.
But for Vanderbilt standards, that's a really good season. Uh, and their fan base is definitely starting to grow a little bit. Their fans are now starting to show up more, but I still don't think it's on the level of like massive SEC caliber, like like a Texas or a Tennessee or an A&M or LSU or Florida. Nowhere even close to those. Vanderbilt's still on par with a team like Mississippi State, Missouri, Kentucky. Yeah, all those bottom feeders in the SEC. But I will say though, it is starting to get a little bit better. And also, not to mention, their stadium is still under construction. I'm convinced that it's never going to get finished. All right,
Hmm.
I'm done.
All right. I also agree. Vandy is number 15 again. Uh, their fans are starting to come out more. I think a lot of that is due to upsetting Bama, understandably. But yeah, your stadium isn't done. Opposing fans take over your stadium, and I feel like y'all care about baseball a lot more than you do football. I think you are starting to care about football a little bit more, but by far and away, baseball is where Vandy fans prioritize their time. I mean, they should, but if we're strictly talking about football, they are last. And for my number 14, I went with Kentucky. Same kind of idea, but at least they care a little bit more about football. They've had their best run in ever under Mark Stoops, and he's brought them success. That success has not turned into anything beyond like SEC East runner up when that was a thing. Uh, and to be honest, y'all care about basketball way more than you do football. And that's probably how it's going to remain so long as you have no playoffs, no bowl wins, no winning season under Mark Stoops. So yeah, Kentucky at number 14.
All right. Uh, at number 14 for me, this is where I got Missouri. I think that it has gotten a little bit better over the years, but I still don't think their passion is on near par like you know other of these teams like Florida or Tennessee or anything like that. It has gotten better because Missouri has gotten better at football with Eli Drinkwitz as their head coach. But I honestly think that Eli Drinkwitz in Missouri, I think they're starting to realize, and Missouri fans as well, that they might have hit their peak with Eli Drinkwitz. I don't think. I think Missouri. I think they're about to take a bit of a tumbling down here in the next couple of years. I think this year they're going to take a step back. I don't think they're going to be as good as they were last year, where they went 9-3. I don't think they're winning 9 games again. I think it's going to be a bit of a down year for them. And it looks like the AP poll, which just came out today, also agrees with everybody. They don't have them ranked at all. So yeah, and plus, not to mention Missouri, their traditions, in my opinion, are just absolutely terrible. They don't got any cool traditions at all. So yeah, that's why I got Missouri at 14 pretty much. And then at 13, this is where I got Kentucky. Kentucky, like Goop has said, it's gotten better for Kentucky. Uh, they are starting to show up more in the games. I think uh, they might have renovated their stadium not long ago. I'm not completely sure. Uh, but I will say though, the fan base is starting to show out more. But of course, like I've said a million times, it's not on par with a team like a Florida or a Tennessee or LSU or anything like that. I mean, if this was atmospheres when it comes to basketball, Kentucky would
They
probably
would
be
be
up
number
there.
one.
Yeah, they would probably be up there if it came to basketball. But when it comes to football, they don't. It seems like they don't give a crap. But they are starting to care more since they've had some good seasons the last couple of years with Mark Stoops. But I feel like that's starting to go down a little bit because Kentucky, they are starting to get kind of bad under Stoops, and I feel like they're gonna start getting to the point where the Kentucky fans don't care about football anymore. So yeah, I got Kentucky at 13 for now, but if things keep up, they'll probably move further down the list.
For my number 13, I have State. State, founding member of the conference, uh, can't quite get a big stadium, which is fine because they have their cowbells. Um, State does their best to try and make it uncomfortable for you, especially if it's at night. They will make it close for a quarter, which is better than I could consider some of these, uh, the other two teams I've talked about. So, State's trying. Obviously, losing the Pirate prematurely set them back, and I don't think they'll ever truly recover. But yeah, State, I'm sorry. It's just you're stuck in this situation that you're probably not going to get out of for a long, long time.
Right. But yeah. Uh
Oh,
so wait, what that oh, that was your 13?
yeah, that was my number 13.
Oh, okay, then all right. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, no, I was trying to remember how the snake worked. For my number 12, you got to go with Mizzou. Drink has gotten them a lot since, well, I'd say he's brought them their most sustained success since, what was it, 2007 was the last time they were truly good.
Yeah, pretty
Uh,
much.
Fans are coming out to their games, which is good, obviously. But I want to see a little bit more out of Mizzou. You can't just go 9-3 with these very suspicious schedules and then act like your home environment at night is like the craziest thing ever. Even their schedule this year, insanely workable, but I don't think they're doing anything with it. They may be back where they were last year. I don't know. Fans don't really know. So Mizzou's just stuck. They're a weird team to talk about.
Right. Yeah, I think Missouri. I think they're about to take a step back this year, to be honest with you.
All right, so that was my number 12. Who do you have
All right. For my number
12?
12, this is where I got Mississippi State. Uh Definitely not a tough, or compared to all these other places in the SEC, definitely not a tough place to play. Uh they do show out, I feel like. They are passionate, they got the cowbells to try to make it a good home environment, but it's kind of hard to when your team sucks. When your team sucks, it's kind of hard to make a good environment. Cause like, who wants to show up if you know your team's just gonna end up crap in the bed and lose? That's how basically how Mississippi State fans feel, because their team, as of recently, has been stinking it up. Like probably the last time they was good was probably back in 2014 with Dak Prescott when they was ranked number 1 in the first ever playoff poll.
Well, they had those couple of seasons, or at least that one season with Mike Leach where they were bowl eligible,
Oh yeah, and then they
but
won. I think
they
they
won
won
their
nine.
bowl game.
Yeah, they won like 9 games, didn't they?
Yeah, they won their bowl game, but it came at I would think too high of a cost. And like I said, State is just an unfortunate case. They can't get any kind of a grace, I would say.
Yeah, Mississippi State fans. I honestly do kind of feel bad for them, Because Mike Leach, he was starting to turn the program around. He was getting more and more wins every single year, and then he passed away way too soon. And ever since then, it's all been downhill for Mississippi State. All right, then at number 11, this is where I got Ole Miss. Ole Miss, they're basically your typical fan base. Like you could think of like a Big 12 fan base or something like that. They'll show up, they'll get drunk, and they'll basically spend most of their time at the tailgates. uh, I don't know. I just they are a fan base that shows up, but I don't really like. I don't think they got any cool traditions, uh, or anything. I would, and plus one time they tried to stripe the stadium, and it looked so bad. Like it looked really bad. They wasn't able to complete it. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Uh, for my number 11, this is where I got Arkansas. Arkansas, uh, since I have seen the SEC, they have been nothing but a 6-6 merchant under Sam Pittman, occasionally 7-5. Um, they will pack out their stadium, especially if, say, an A&M or a LSU or a Texas comes to town. Obviously, but if it's someone like Tennessee, I don't know if they have that same capacity to pack out their stadium. I you just you gotta get rid of Sam Pittman, man. He's not gonna be the guy to get you to where you want to be, which is bare minimum 8 wins in a season. He's not gonna get you there. Until you get rid of him, you will have a terrible home atmosphere unless it is a rivalry game. And that's why I have Arkansas at 11.
All right. And then
And then
what's
for my number 10, I actually made a change right before this. I actually changed my mind. The number 10, this is I would think a little bit of a hot take. It's not Texas. I have moved Bama down to number 10.
ooh.
Let me speak my truth. You had Nick Saban for so many years to the point where it was any given Saturday you would know, well, except for like one or two occasions, you knew you would win at home every time. Yes, you still packed out the game, but if you know the outcome every time, then why even bother showing up to the game? I don't see it. When a team has been fed for so long, it's kind of hard to justify making your stadium atmosphere that next level up.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
that's why I have Bama at 10.
All right. Uh, I will say one more thing about Alabama, and you're right. They basically expect to win almost every single game, and as they should. I mean, they're Alabama, and when they lose a game and a team storms the field against them, they're like, "Well, when Alabama wins, it's just another Saturday.
It's just another Saturday.
But when you beat us, it's the greatest win of your program's history." But yeah, when Tennessee beat Alabama back in 2022, I'm just gonna say this really quick: Alabama fans acting like that was our biggest win in program history. It wasn't. I mean, listen, it was nice beating you guys, and we had every right to storm the field against you. We haven't beaten you since 2006 before that game. But when we beat you in 2024, we should not have stormed the field against you. We should not have stormed because we were a better team. I don't know. It just makes me upset. We weren't planning on storming, but then our recruits started storming the field. But I guess in a way that's a good thing. It shows, the recruits are actually invested. But I don't know, it just makes me upset. We should not have stormed the field in 2024. But anyways, moving on. At number 10, this is where I got Pig Time, Arkansas. Arkansas, they got a pretty passionate fan base. It seems like they're more passionate about baseball than they are football, like basically like Vanderbilt. Although they can't even win anything in baseball. uh, but like Goob said, they pack out the house. They can pack it out against teams like an A&M or a Texas or an LSU or heck, even an Ole Miss. And of course, for Tennessee, that they had a pretty good crowd against Tennessee this past year. Of course, when they beat us and they stormed the field against us. Which, not gonna lie, as a Tennessee fan, it still feels kind of weird that when people beat us, they storm the field now. If it still feels weird. I'm not used to
How
people
do you
storming the field against us.
that's how I felt last year when South Carolina did it against us, and then when Auburn did it against us. I didn't think either of the well, South Carolina, yes, but Auburn, really? I don't like I. It's weird seeing both of our programs be in the position now to where teams feel comfortable storming the field against us. Like we're treated as an upset. It is nice to see.
I mean, not gonna lie, I hate it when when you lose, but when teams storm the field against Tennessee now, honestly, it kind of feels like a compliment because it shows that we have definitely gotten better.
Yeah, a quick little aside, but you said your 10 was Arkansas. I think we both have the same number 9, so you want to just say it at the same time.
Yeah. Number 9 is 1, 2, 3, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah. For Oklahoma, why I have them at number 9 is because they are a blue blood program. They are a very historic program. But
Mhm.
I feel like the passion is definitely going a little bit down. I honestly don't think Brent Venables is bringing that same passion that Oklahoma has had in quite some time. But with Lincoln Riley, at least, he was able to bring that passion. But it
Mhm.
seems like with Brent Venables, it's definitely gone down. When we look at the Tennessee game, when we beat them, there were actually quite a few Tennessee fans there, and people could say, "Oh, it wasn't even that far of a drive from Knoxville all the way to Norman." I mean, maybe, but I don't know. It's kind of sad now because the passion is definitely going down, especially since Oklahoma. I think didn't Oklahoma just have a losing season? Did they go 6-7?
Yeah.
Like, dang,
Yeah, they did.
what is that now? Is that 2 losing seasons with Brent Venables now? I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I have Oklahoma at 9. Number 1, they're a newcomer. I don't really know how they'll translate into the SEC in terms of atmosphere just yet. I think I need like 1 or 2 more seasons. It's the same thing I said with Bama. When you have a program that had so much sustained success like they did, because they practically ran the Big 12 over the 2010s, it is hard to justify the amount of intensity your team will need if you have been fed as a fan base. Uh, I will say Brent Venables, I think, is a solid coach. He's not a Lincoln Riley, obviously not, but I think he should be able to adjust well to the SEC because I can't really blame him too much for last year, considering their shit ton of injuries. And they did support the troops. They did support the troops, so I wouldn't be too upset about that.
And by
But
supporting
yeah,
the,
Oklahoma
yeah, losing a
by
Navy.
supporting the troops, losing the Navy, yeah. So yeah, Oklahoma at 9.
All right. All right, not gonna lie, this snake order thing it's kind of starting to confuse me a little bit. So I guess we'll just stop with that for now.
Yeah.
So I'll just reveal my 8, and then you can reveal your 8.
Mm-hmm.
So for 8, this is where I got Georgia. Georgia, uh, they've pretty much been fed. They've won 2 national titles, went back to back. The last team to do it. Uh, still not the last team to three-peat though. That's Minnesota. Uh, but yeah, they went back to back. Their fans have pretty much been fed. They still show up to games, and they're still rowdy because they still talk talk like they're the center of attention. Like if you guys don't know what Georgia fans are on Twitter, uh, good. Stay away from them on Twitter because I guarantee you will not like them. Like it literally, you could just talk about anything, not even mentioning Georgia, and they'll pop up being like trying to make themselves the centers of attention because they're a bunch of attention begging freaks. Like if you ain't mentioning Georgia at every single tweet, every single second,
Waking moment.
they get upset. And honestly, it kind of pisses me off. They act like they're the biggest thing since sliced bread when they're not. Congratulations on going back to back. What? What is it now? 4 or 5 years ago? Nobody cares anymore. Like, dude. This is why I
All
root
right.
for Alabama to freaking beat Georgia, dude.
That's bad. That is desperation. If you're asking one of your rivals to upset your other rival, that is bad.
You know it's definitely bad. That's how bad Georgia fans are.
But yeah, number 8, I actually have Ole Miss. I like their tailgating scheme. It's always on point every week at the Grove. Kiffin's got them in a spot to where they can compete for the SEC every year. Not necessarily that they will, but that they can, which is more success than they've had in a long time. Their fans will pack out the stadium, and yeah, I guess yeah. You know what? Being perfectly middle of the list is pretty. I'd say that's pretty on brand for Ole Miss.
All right. That seems fair. Number 7. This is where I got Alabama. Alabama, you could say that they've been fed. Even if they've been fed, their fans still show out. They sing Dixieland Delight like there's no tomorrow. I still don't think they're as big as these other SEC atmospheres, but they're still a pretty big atmosphere, even after they've been fed. And even though they haven't won the national title since 2020, which that shouldn't even count. That's a Mickey Mouse natty. Nobody counts the COVID year. But anyways, uh, oh, you count the COVID year
I mean, we won a New Year's Six. Of course, I'm gonna fucking count it.
against North
Uh,
Carolina.
Hey man, they made a New Year's Six. They were a prime respected team in the all Clemson conference. Fucking Notre Dame. I don't know.
All right, then what's your 7?
Uh, Florida. Listen, Florida, same kind of justification that I have for some of these. Uh, I guess not some of these upcoming teams. They have not eaten well in a long time, and that is probably due to a stint of bad coaching hires. Um, I do think once they get the right guy at head coach, they will get there. I don't know if it's Billy Napier or someone else. DJ Lagway has got the potential to get them there, at least to a another winning season, which I would think Florida fans would take another winning season, especially with that schedule. They have Tom Petty Night, which I think is very cool. Uh, they always pack out the swamp. So yeah, give me Florida at 7.
Yeah, this could be a very important season for Florida. This is basically our make it or break a season for Napier. If he
Billy
has
Napier's job.
Yeah, if he has a losing record, he's gone.
He's getting fired. Yeah, he's getting fired. But if they get to a bowl game again, then maybe he is the guy. I don't know. We were saying this the same time last year, and then they happen to make it there. But yeah, number 6, I have Auburn. I believe you also have Auburn as well.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, we both got Auburn. Auburn fans, very passionate fan base. They honestly deserve better than Hugh Freeze. When they hired Hugh Freeze, I thought it was going to be a good hire for them, and
Yeah,
Hugh
it
Freeze has
hasn't worked
proven me
out.
wrong. Like
They
he's so
it is a
bad.
known it is a known statistic for Auburn, and I'm sorry, but it's too critical not to mention. They are the only team in the SEC, only team since the year 2020 to not have won 7 games or more in a single season.
Yeah, that's pretty stinky, and that goes. They are in the same group with teams like Stanford, Cal, and Virginia. That is not a good group to be with.
If you Auburn, y'all got to get your like when we went in, it was something. Saban puts it, I think best. The way Alabama has won games there and lost games there, there is definitely voodoo magic involved. I am convinced of that. There is voodoo magic. Um, but yeah, Auburn fans probably the only group in the SEC willing to be kicked in the nuts every single year, and yet still will pack out their stadium because they believe they can get there, at least to a 7-win season. If they get there, props to them. If not, Hugh Freeze will be canned.
Yeah, if Auburn
It
has a losing record again this year, he's done. Like he's got to be right. There's no way.
Not after 3 straight losing seasons. Yeah, no, he's gone. If they don't bare minimum go 6-6 and then win their bowl game. But yeah, Auburn at 6.
All right, at 5, this is where I got Florida. Florida, they pack the swamp out every single time. They haven't been fed in quite some time. They haven't won the SEC or a national title in quite some time. Haven't even been to a New Year's Six in a few years. Uh,
I think
but they own Tennessee, so that's all that matters. But yeah, Florida. This, like I said, this is a make it or break it season for Billy Napier. He's finally got to do something this year. If he doesn't, especially with this hard schedule, he is gone. he is gone. Cause
Yeah.
you got so many tough games you got to play. You got to play Miami at Miami. I think you got to play A&M. You got to play Tennessee.
I think they have the toughest 4-game stretch, and they have several of those in the same season. The toughest one is they got to go to Miami, to LSU, then they have Texas at home, and then they got to go to A&M. I would be shocked if they even won 2 of those, let alone 1.
Oh yeah, Florida
Florida
has
has been
they have to play 7 ranked teams as of right now. But
they
yeah,
have been screwed over by the schedule makers, and I I, I do feel bad,
but yeah,
but
that is a tough 4-game stretch. That could either be there's no way Florida wins all those games. It'd be a miracle if they did.
they bare minimum they should win 1. I just don't know which one it'll be.
I don't think it's going to be Texas. They're not beating Texas.
I
Maybe LSU.
I
Maybe
would argue LSU is their best chance.
yeah, or Miami. I think Miami. I do think Miami is still going to be a pretty good team this year. I do think they're going to take a step back because without Cam Ward, uh, I still think Miami is going to be
Yeah.
a pretty good team. Uh, but I do think they're going to take a step
But
back. But anyways, yeah, that's who I got at 5 is Florida and SEC atmospheres. Their fans show up. They got, I guess, some cool traditions, but I just think these atmospheres ahead of them are better.
at number 5, I have Beamer Ball. Give me South Carolina at number 5. Their fans are probably the most delusional, optimistic, whatever you want to call it. They always believe they'll go 12-0, and I like that enthusiasm out of them. They always pack out Willie B. If it's a night game, you will have not a good time. Obviously not. I mean, I have personal experience. I've seen it. Uh, they will play Sandstorm roughly 20 times a drive because it's the only thing they have. They have their towels, and let's see. Only thing keeping them down for me, you gotta get rid of saying "go." You know, I understand that it's your school's name, but why not just chant like "Go SC" or something, or "Go USC"?
Exactly. I know when they bring the rally towels out, they'll say USC, USC, but
Yeah.
uh, yeah, they need to get a new slogan or something. Uh, at number 4, this is where I got Texas. Texas, they got a pretty good atmosphere. Their fans show out, and they do the hook 'em horns.
Oh yeah, does this scare you? Does this offend
Ooh,
you?
ooh, yeah. But yeah, their fans have actually been acting a lot better than I thought they would so far in the SEC. Not that not that they've been acting
Give
great.
it time. Give it time.
Yeah, it wouldn't it wouldn't shock me. I think it'll probably get worse as the years go on. Uh, but yeah, I think they are a very passionate fan base, even though they are obnoxious. But I mean, that's basically what the SEC is about. So yeah.
Number 4, I also had Texas. As much as it pains me to rank them this high, I cannot deny that they do their best, especially when it's a night game, to make it a living hell for the other team. Obviously, if you're, Georgia, it doesn't matter, but uh Yeah, they pack out their stadium even when they were sharding themselves in the 2010s. They were still packing out their stadium. They have that loyal of a fan base, even if less than 10% of them actually went to the damn school. Uh, it is nice to have them back in the conference solely because uh, we have been taking shots at each other for the past decade. But I think they haven't had enough sustained success under Sarkeesian to justify getting higher because they're being fed, but you can tell that there's that little extra bit that they want before they start getting truly like, oh, Texas is back, Texas is back, woo.
Yeah, you let's just hope and pray that Texas doesn't win the national championship in this year, and let's hope and pray that it's Penn State.
If Texas wins the championship, I will drink myself to death. It is a given promise. It will happen because I do turn 21 like a day or two before the title game, I think.
Yeah, just for people out of context, that's who I picked to win the national championship this year, Penn State. I think pretty much everybody knows in the Discord by now, though, that I picked Penn State to win the Natty. Like
I believe it.
people need to people keep judging me based off of it, but they need to do their research and actually look up Penn State's roster. Like they have so much good talent coming in for this team. It's ridiculous.
Just to be clear, Lucas is talking about the Squidtard Sports Discord. If you want to join that, you got to go to one of his videos and join the link there.
No, I mean I could put the link in here because
If you're going to talk about it, you may as well provide the link.
yeah, I'll probably so yeah, I'll put the link in the description below for his Discord. Uh, all right, and then at number 3, this is gonna be a hot take. You could argue that they are too low. LSU. Uh, LSU, they are a fan base that shows up every single time. They got a really good environment. They sing neck, which I think I honestly like neck. A lot of people find it offensive. I honestly think it's really cool. But thing is though is that I'm doing this based on how much the fans show up for during all these games. LSU fans, it seems like they only seem to do this at nighttime. If it's like a noon game or like a 2:30 kickoff, it seems like they don't even bother to show up. Uh, so yeah, that's why I got LSU at 3. If they showed up for noon games and 2:30 kickoffs, I would have them higher. But solely because of that, I gotta put them at 3.
Number 3, we got Georgia. Listen, I think Georgia fans are a little bit obnoxious? Yes. But at the same time, I feel like they've earned that right a little bit. Prior to Kirby Smart, they were not, a very good program, a winning program even. Now that they are under Kirby, he has entirely turned it around to where they are national contenders every year. So I think they earned the right to be a little obnoxious. They pack out the stadium every time. They have not lost at home in like 6, 7 years.
Yeah, something
But
like
yeah,
that.
Georgia at 3. They might go lower, uh, depending on how much they can keep up their success. But as of right now, they're still relatively towards the top for me.
Right. All right, here we go. We're down to our final twos. So, I guess for my top two, I'll just go ahead and reveal number 2 and number 1. At number 2, this is where I got South Carolina. And then at number 1, I got Texas A&M. Uh, South Carolina for why I got them at number two, especially since their football program has gotten better under Beamer. Their fans have been showing out. Their night games are absolutely insane. It's hard to win at night there now. Uh, I honestly like their traditions. I think their entrance is pretty cool. I honestly just think it's a really cool atmosphere, to be honest with you. And honestly, don't see why South Carolina hasn't been recruiting a little bit better than they have. Because who wouldn't want to play in that environment like almost every single weekend?
I think it's just hard because they have to deal with uh, Clemson and Georgia and a lot of these other Southern programs poaching their top recruits.
Right.
Eh, But yeah,
All right. And
you gonna
then
explain your number one or?
yeah. Number one, I got A&M. I know Goob is happy about that. Texas A&M, ever since they came to the SEC, they've been really their atmosphere's been really good. I mean, they sell out. It seems like almost every single game. They break records against teams you can't even name, like New Mexico State, for some reason. And
Yeah, 105,000 people for that.
of course they have. Even though people find it cringe, they have the midnight yell, which fans still show up for it. It shows how that kind of shows how passionate they are about it, about the football team. Uh, Even though the Midnight Yell and the Yell Eaters, no offense, they're kind of
Yes, they are cringe. I am not gonna argue that they're not.
yeah. Let me try something out just for funnies. But yeah, that's why I got Texas A&M number one. They are number one in my atmosphere ranking. The Texas A&M Aggies. Giggle whoop.
Don't do that. I don't mind you making fun of the yell leaders, but do not whoop. You have not earned that right. Like I said, we are overly reliant on tradition. I know all of them? Yes. Do I like having to know all of them? Of course not. But let me read the old Aggie proverb that we have right by Kyle. From the outside looking in, you can't understand it, and from the inside looking out, you can't explain it. I think that's the best way you could explain A&M. Ugh. But yeah, so those are your top two.
Yeah.
My top two, obviously, I haven't talked about Tennessee and LSU. As for who goes where, Tennessee is number two and LSU is number one. Listen, tennis. I got nothing against Tennessee at all. Actually, I think of Tennessee very highly compared to other fan bases. Uh, they're very accessible for anyone to get into. They will checkerboard your stadium and any other stadium, but I'm strictly talking about Neyland. When Bama comes in or when Georgia comes in, it will be loud. It will shake. The stadium will shake. Um, and yeah, they have the what is it, the power tee, the go big orange. They have their. It's just the Tennessee has got what they need to be a loud and obnoxious home atmosphere, and they deserve it. Heupel's gotten them there. And number one, I got to go with LSU. I do have personal experience being a LSU fan growing up. Never went to any games until 1 year when my dad and I went to a UAB game that they had. It was pouring down rain. It was at night, but fans still showed out. They made it as difficult as possible. They will yell neck at you. They will. You cannot stop them for all of their for all the reputation they get, especially under BK. You cannot deny that if it is at night, LSU is by far and away the most dangerous place to play in the SEC.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. The reason I didn't have him higher is because, like I said, because like noon and 2:30 kickoffs, for some reason they don't show up. But if it was based on night games alone, I'd definitely have them like top two. Uh, yeah, really good atmosphere. All of these are pretty much really good atmospheres. It's really hard to rank atmospheres,
Rank them.
especially when it comes to the SEC, because the SEC, of
Mhm.
course, is such a prestigious league. Uh, with all these passionate fan bases and such. Some could even say that it's different leagues.
Not just different conferences, different leagues. Uh,
That
we Lane Kiffin does not speak for us. We do not condone Joey Freshwater, but I'm sorry. Until your conferences get as many national titles as we have, with how many is the number at now since 2000? Is it 7 different schools?
I think so. I don't know. All I know is that 2000 since the 2000s, I know Alabama, LSU, Florida, Georgia.
Auburn that 1 year.
Oh yeah, Auburn.
But since we had the two newcomers, Oklahoma, Texas,
Should we?
nearly half of the conference. Listen, I don't. I'll count it. Even before them, 5 out of 14 is pretty damn good. But when you add them, that's almost half of the conference that has won a title since the year 2000. There is no other conference in this league that has done that ever, I don't think.
But
Again,
yeah,
I hate tooting the SEC's horn, but it's not my fault the results speak for themselves.
they do. I will give the SEC praise, but last season, I'm sorry, we didn't deserve any
It was a down
praise.
year.
Like,
It was a down year.
yeah, everybody wants to act like the SEC was the best conference in college football last season. I'm sorry, it wasn't. The Big Ten was better than us last year.
No, we actually defeated the Big Ten. Missouri beat Iowa. And
Oh
that's the
my,
true
they
feel
beat
good story.
Iowa! Oh my, call the newspapers! Oh, they beat Iowa!
Uh, but yeah, in terms of postseason success, we did not have much. But uh,
But yeah, I'm
yeah,
sorry. I hate to admit it, but the Big Ten, they were better than us last year. Ohio State pretty much, ran the gauntlet. Oregon was doing good. Penn State was doing good too. Illinois, like literally, I'm pretty sure most of the Big Ten teams, when they had bowl games against SEC teams, they won. Most of them, at least. Like Illinois beat South Carolina. I know that. For any South Carolina fans watching, I hate to bring that up again because I know how much you hate Illinois. Uh,
yeah, Brett Bielema deserves to not live. I do not like Brett Bielema.
uh, yeah, but he has turned that Illinois program around though. They're expected to have one of the
But
best seasons they've had.
let's see who else. We lost to USC. I'm still mad about that.
Oh yeah, LSU lost to
Um,
USC. Did LSU win their bowl game? Oh yeah, they played Baylor and they won. Oh yeah.
they played Baylor. Yeah. Let's see who else was in a bowl game against the Big Ten. Mizzou and Iowa in the Music City Bowl.
Yeah, and they beat Iowa.
That's
I would hope so. I would hope so, dude. Iowa is not that great.
But yeah, we did not do well in our bowl games last season. It seems like that's always the thing people point to when they say the SEC isn't that good. Is like, well, what about bowl season?
Yeah, and it's absolutely hilarious to me that these SEC fans, when again, I try not to bash on the SEC because it's my conference, but when you bash on the Big Ten for years because of something, and the SEC comes out and does the same thing, you gotta acknowledge that. Like
Yeah,
these SEC fans, they come out and the Big Ten clearly outperforms them, and these SEC fans come out and they're like, "Well, bowl games don't matter. Bowl games are meaningless. They don't matter. They don't
they
matter."
do matter.
And
I think they still matter.
yeah, they matter to me, but yeah, they don't matter. But if they won, they would have been bragging about it. But since they lost, bowl game don't matter. Bowl game don't matter. Uh,
Yeah, that right there is a certain Crimson Tide because I just forgot they lost to Michigan in the bowl game.
oh yeah, they lost to Michigan. I forgot about
But
them.
but yeah, I mean those are our stadium rankings. Again, I understand this is going to get us crucified. I have prepared for that eventuality.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video, guys. Sorry about our little rant there at the end about the SEC and Big Ten. I mean, I'm sorry.
SEC, SEC. No, I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. When something needs to be called out, it needs to be called out. I mean, I hate to say it, but the Big Ten was the best conference last year. It was. The Big Ten was the better conference than the SEC last year. Uh, does it does that mean any justice for the SEC that it's going to be terrible for years to come? No. Well, like congratulations to the Big Ten. You was better than the SEC for like the first time since ever. Like
Well,
congratulations. And even when the Big Ten was better than the SEC last year, they still couldn't get more players drafted in the NFL than the SEC. But yeah, that's gonna do it for again. Sorry about the rant. That's gonna do it. Goob, thanks for coming on. Uh, I'll put his channel link in the description below. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. He might try to do some gaming streams in the future. Uh, at least I think that's what he wants to do, gaming streams. Uh,
I mean, yeah, but I gotta get subs to do that because YouTube decided to make it stupid.
you shouldn't need like you could stream off your PlayStation 5
Uh, yeah, maybe. All right.
because Nuclear is able to do it. And he's only got like 27 subs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna do
But
it
yeah,
for today. Go Vols, tighten up, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
gig 'em.